Hey everyone, Mike Clark here. I have Tom Biggs with Rickhoff Business and Balance. Tom's been a CPA for 18 years, and he's been with Kurt Rickhoff's firm, Business and Balance, for about 14 years. All right, so another hot topic is qualified business income. What exactly is it, Tom?
Okay, so qualified business income, better known as QBI in short, came with the Trump tax plan when he took office.
Okay.
This was a way to benefit the small business owner for having passive income come from their operating company.
Okay.
It can also come from rental properties or things along that nature, but generally speaking, the biggest benefit comes from a business that's operating and trying to you're making a living off of it. Right?
Okay.
So what it is it's essentially, with some limitations, which we'll talk about here in a bit, your net income after salary and the rent you pay if you own a building to yourself, is subject to 20% essentially tax-free income at the federal tax level.
Okay.
So let's just do some quick math, right?
Yeah.
Let's say you make $300,000, you pay yourself $150,000 in salary, and you pay yourself $50,000 in rent. 300 minus 150 minus 50 is 100,000 bucks, right? That leaves you $100,000. You take that times 20%. You essentially don't pay federal tax on $20,000 of income.
Nice.
So in that scenario, you might save $5,000 or $6,000 to pay on your tax bracket.
100%. Great.
There are limitations.
Yeah.
Is that what you're going to ask?
No, I was going to say, who's eligible for qualified business income deduction?
Everybody but professional services for the most part. Okay.
Which is you and I.
Which is us, of course. Now you can get it if you're in professional services, if your income is low enough.
Okay.
But generally speaking, the reason they're including professional services like us, like doctors, things like that, because we're very motivated to try to, do well and things like that. So the government just unfortunately wants to collect all their tax on our income.
Right.
So if your income, because it's a pass through to your personal tax deduction, personal tax return deduction. So it's based on your AGI. So for a married couple, we'll just stick with married for this example, it's essentially starts phasing out at $315,000 of AGI. Okay. So it brings in your wife's income if she doesn't work for your business too as well. So it does restrict quite a lot of people if they are, specified service is what I would call it, or professional services. Okay. It can also limit people that are not professional services, which is everybody else, if they don't pay wages and they don't have property, in their business too as well. So if you have a business and you keep the majority of the money for yourself because it's operating as let's say like a cash cow, you're going to start getting limited a little bit because you're not paying it out in wages. That's part of the calculation.
Okay. That makes a lot of sense. So it sounds like a great opportunity if you're eligible for it.
The one thing I want to talk about specific with QBI is, going back to cost segregations. After the election, tax code could just completely change. This came with the Trump regime. If it gets torn up after the election, this is one of the things that could go away. So when you're planning for the next year, next 18 months, you need to be consulting with your accountant right now to make sure that you're considering, maybe I need to show more income. Maybe I don't need to buy that piece of equipment this year. Because in 2025, you may not get a 20% discount on that piece of equipment that you're getting today.
I love it. It's a different thought, right? As business owners, it's always about reduce taxes now. And we don't recognize that really our objective is to reduce our tax liability over our lifetime.
Exactly.
Is that fair?
Yeah.
Great.
100%.
Great stuff, Tom. Appreciate it.
Good.
So one quick thing is, as always, nothing that I or Tom has discussed today is either investment advice or tax advice, right? We don't know anything about you and your situation. If you have any questions, concerns, thoughts, reach out to us. My office is, our number here is 618-607-4101. You can reach me at mclark@clarkwellpartners.com. And Tom can be reached at 618-806-6551. And his email is tomb@rickhoff.com. Thanks and have a great day.